All right, let's give that big rosy smile. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Flag Day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The 14th. Hey, Missy, how are you, sweetheart? The 14th of June, 2020. It is 7:19 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. And welcome to all of you tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess I should do that more often. Hey, Jenny. Excuse me, Penny. Hey, Bill. Jonan. Hi, Nocturnal. How are you? Good to see you tonight. Shay Shay. Good to see you. Hey, JK No Cow. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Not working too hard out there. Just thinking about you this evening, actually. Wondering how you're doing on your doing big job. Hello, Peachy Pie. Good evening. Amanda, hug and kiss. No. Hello, Laura. Hi, Jeffrey. Thank you. Hello, Linda. I can't believe I haven't been live on this channel. I don't know the last time I was. Maybe Thursday? I'm not even sure. Glad I'm still around. Guys, I'll tell you, it was a struggle last night, and I still felt kind of zapped out today. I'm pretty much strong as an ox. Hey, Joe, how are you? Joey D in the chat tonight. I'm strong as an ox. I wasn't going to cash out anywhere. Hi, Lucky. But man, I had like, yesterday I had like welts on my skin. I really had a bad allergic reaction. Maybe it was something I picked out doing it, probably overdid it a little bit on top of the grass pollen season. What a drag. Can't wait till we go. Yeah, you and me both, JK. Can't wait to buy you a beer. Hello, Derek. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Golden State, how are you? Luckily, I've been around. It's been hectic here with that. I'll bet. I bet it is, Missy. So I decided to come on for a couple hours tonight and do a little bit of a live stream. I don't think I've been live since Thursday, actually, so that's almost a record for me. But hey, there's Missy Jen. How you doing, Missy Jen in the house? The lovely Missy Jen in the house today. Let's give her a big, warm welcome to the chat stream. Thank you, Lucky Beans. Always nice and an honor to have the Missy Jen in the chat. Both of my Missies, massive hiss to me. You're lucky you didn't lose your airway. I know I'm really lucky. I'm kind of wondering if I was allergic to something I was pulling on yesterday, but in combination with all the grass pollen, really kind of sucked. But I told you guys, I'm committed to really moving forward. I took a day today. I filed my California state taxes finally. We have until like July, I want to say July 15th or something like that. So why be a last minute filer, right? Why be a last minute filer with your taxes? So I finally got that crap out of the way, and that's a blessing. I've been sitting on top of that. Does it sound strange if I'm filing my friggin' taxes in July or June? Yeah, it's a really weird feeling. I'm usually right on time. So I hope that you're all doing well. Um, yeah, I just put everything away for the season when I was on the road, and I'm here scrambling around yesterday. Where in the hell are my allergy pills and this and that and the other? And finally, I grabbed them. No, D is in Las Vegas. Tomorrow is DMV opening day in Nevada. Now, you could not pay me. Hey, 23KC. Hi, Miguel. You could not, Vicky, you could not pay my ass to be at a DMV in Nevada being closed almost 3 months down there. There's no way in God's green earth I would be standing in that line. Thank you very much. Yes, I always love blue. Missy Jen's all about the pink. I'm all about the blue here. I do love. Hello, Jacob Michael. Next time you're ready, please take us to Italy. I will if it's open. That place looked fantastic. I want to thank Cheryl S. for okay, Cheryl's. Hi, Ms. Linda. Cheryl's a high roller, okay? Rosie's a low roller. Just ask yourself this. Would Cheryl be walking down on Ogden Street or the Hoods or Charleston in Las Vegas? Would she be going over to Twain and Swenson or over to D Street in Las Vegas? Are you kidding? The girl wouldn't even know how to find those places in Las Vegas. But boy, did she know about the Italy there in the next to the Cosmopolitan. She's the Vegas queen. Yeah, thank you. I love blue royal blues and anything that has to do even with the blues. So yeah, she is the Vegas queen. I love her to pieces, as I do Missy and JK and all of my moderators on here, Jen, and the other ones. The wheels that keep the machine turning, and I love that. I'm trying to remember. Anybody know when I was live last? I can't even remember. See, I came back Thursday. I think I went live maybe Thursday night, and I think that was about it. So it's Sunday night. Cheryl knows Vegas like I should hope to know Las Vegas, and she's an awesome, awesome person. Yeah, hey Kevin, how you doing? NASCAR, room. Yeah, the NASCAR. I'm competing with NASCAR tonight, but it is great to be with you guys again. Thank you. Yeah, I had a good weekend, Beetlejuice. Until late yesterday afternoon, I was going to go live. I walked up to the Rancho Mercado here, my local, support small business, right? That's what Rosie's all about. Small money, small business. I got a 12 pack of Michelob Ultra. That stuff never saw the light of day last night. I made blueberry muffins. Thank you, Lance. Yeah, you can watch. Put me on the split screen. And the blueberry muffins were they were extraordinary. They were fantastic. While I'm thinking about it, Rapping Vegas, I really want to thank you guys. You don't really know the feeling, or maybe you do. Some of you may do videography with a bend towards cinematography, which is imagery, moving imagery, and also photographs, if one wishes to, that are combined with music that creates a certain feel to a video. And when you're out there putting scenes together and you're trying to get a lot of camera movement, you're trying to get a lot of up and down, sometimes you just wonder, the hell do I got in this thing? But judging by your feedback, I'm very appreciative of that. People seem to really enjoy Vegas Nights, Vegas Lights. There was also some commentary. Thank you, Anderson Henderson in the house. There was some commentary that the Samsung Galaxy S10 continues to perform well, and I've been shooting in 10K mode, so I'm very appreciative to the feedback that you guys gave me. It's very nice to be able to put something on YouTube that is positive and is some content that people can enjoy for years ahead. Lucky Bean says, loving the cinematography, such an incredible vibe to join video with music. Saw your video, wanted to protest. Thank you, Lance. Sister Earth, how are you, my friend? Up in the great state of Michigan. Michigan, hope you're doing well, Sister Earth. It is a joy to put that together. And for every 5 minutes for every minute of video, you probably do about 40 minutes of work. So, if you do about a 6 minute video, you're doing 4 hours of work to put that together. But it should be fun and it should be enjoyable. And I love to do that kind of content and mix that up with every day, like yesterday here on the Rancher. That's what a variety channel is. You never know. what Rosie's gonna be doing. Yeah, Sunday's a lot better, Jilly Bean. Hi, MB. I'm a rare gem. You talk about a diamond in the rough. It's like somebody wrote me a couple years ago, Rosie, I really want to say you're a diamond in the rough, but I have to call you a piece of coal. Okay, a piece of carbon. You're not quite at the diamond in the rough states. Oh, it was good. So I'm very appreciative of that. I'm not going to say I'm not getting a camera, uh, because let's face it, a camera can do some things that a cell phone, a lot of things that a cell phone can't do. But I have to be oriented to budget and all that. Sometimes I wouldn't know what day it is. I always try to put the goes back to my old business days, right? Date everything, get everything stamped with that. So thank you guys for that. It was a lot of fun. And once again, I give the final thank you to D-Dub Travels for going around with me and taking time to do that. Laura, how are you, sweetie? Nice to see you. So anyway, you call BS on that. That's cool. D-Dub, I was so exhausted. I think was it Friday night? Yeah, I was doing the bacon and Dee popped in and said he was going to a haunted place, and he ended up with Mr. Monkey Boy at at the town of Goldfield, which is really the first town north of Las Vegas. And I applaud his initiative for going up there and doing that. From what I saw, it was an interesting stream. Definitely kind of sugarcane. How are you? Definitely the kind of place that I could really wrap around, street vlogging as well as the cinematic take on that. I thought the hotel was very well done. You know, the lobby and things like that, and it was nice to see them. Nice to see Monkey Boy participating and help driving that outing. So if you haven't seen that, I would refer you to D-Dub Travels channel, and you can check out the video, the Mitzpah, which is supposed to be the most haunted place in Nevada. Numerous deaths in there. I think children died locked into the bank vault. There are all kinds of stories, in there. So it looked like an interesting place. A good place to be, Rosie's nose, to be nosing around and pushing the envelope at the hotel with the owner. So I thought that was a pretty cool. I thought that was a very good effort. Now we'll pay the price tomorrow, standing in line at the DMV. I don't know what the temperature is going to be tomorrow, but you sure as hell better have some shade when you're standing in line over there. Best to show up about the 4 a.m. in the morning if you have any hope of being done by about 10 a.m. in Las Vegas. Coach, how you doing? I enjoyed when you cleaned the rail for Janet. Oh yeah. I'm hanging in. Oh good. Glad you're hanging in. Clean the rail for Janet. Man, I'm still itching from welts on that. So yeah, I'm anxious to get on the road again, but I need to use this space to really get attention since the van rolled out of here in February after the van build was complete. I really just closed up the garage, and I have a ton of junk in there that I need to process, get the heck out. I'm still on my minimization phase here. I want to get this place really stripped down, so it becomes easier, not more difficult. Sometimes I'll walk into. I always dread. I don't know. Maybe it's a flashback to childhood when Oh yeah, my sister-in-law years ago. She had a real thing for French country decor, and every windowsill, every tabletop was full of tchotchkes. There were busy gingham curtains and crap hanging from the ceiling. And I just felt like, oh my God, I'm more the Danish modern or Swedish modern, right? Something like that. Uh, don't stop taking your allergy meds. Yeah, exactly. I learned my lesson. What are my thoughts on Atlanta? We're starting to, and I'll just jump into that a minute because you'd have to be on another planet not to really see that. I think people are grabbing a chance, sugar cane, to sort of attenuate or draw out this protest theme. This is a very, in my opinion, just from what I know, I've not recorded any video, but I'm not gonna. Would you draw a taser up on a cop? I'm not sure. I think I'd probably just have my hands up and be real clear. Hey, Meeps, how are you? Hi, Scottish, how you doing, sweetie? Yeah, thumbs up or appreciate it. I sense, my lifetime in the Baltimore riots of April of 1968, it was kind of over in, I don't know, 5 days. I don't know whether it was April, whatever Martin Luther King was shot, the 13th through 18th or 15th. After a few days after the 17th Airborne came marching in and the 124th Armored Infantry Division or whether it came in, it was over in 5 days. Okay, Rodney King was over in 5 days. The Baltimore melee of 2015, that was over in about 5 days. Something very unusual here. Okay, something very, it's almost like a earthquake here. This thing is going on. We got a problem of people not working right now. A lot of people still not called back to work. Places are closing. I might mention that my favorite place in Santa Rosa that Missy Jenna and I reviewed, Bruno's on 4th Street, 2 years in a row, our number one highest recommended places just announced today they're going to close. A lot of things are going on. If the cops say jump, I say how high. It's just my natural inclination. But then again, I'm white. Okay, I can't know the experience of other people. Now, obviously, you have a core of people who feel very strongly about race and police, and then you have a outer core. It's like a candy with multiple layers. Then you have a layer of protesters. I don't want to call them professionals, but people that are happy to join a movie kind of movement, what I call the tag-alongs, and then you have gradually builds in the professional. I want to say the Berkeleyites, the people that have gotten their protest gear out of mothballs and are working that crowd and telling people exactly how to do things. Yeah, hey, Four Scores, how you doing, my friend? Sean the Brit in South Carolina. Yeah, I was listening to y'all a bit on G Mangoes while I was in the process of dying last night. I thought, oh, okay, this is not the worst way to go with with G Mangoes' chat on last night while I'm struggling for my last breath. I grab a pen and a piece of paper and scribble in uncertain writing, thanks, G, and leave it to those that find my body to figure out what the hell that ever meant on there. We can't know the experience. We can't know the experience of what it's like. I believe, having grown up in Baltimore and spent the bulk of my life in a city that was racially a very divided city. It was right on the border of North and South. It was always a flashpoint for tension. Remember, I grew up as a child where they had whites only, black only bathroom, whites only, black only entrance to amusement park, blacks to the back of the bus, lunch counters at departments, the whole shebang. Okay. And I remember at that time that I had a natural inclination to just feel like this is kind of weird. You hear one thing in school, you stand up and pause or pledge the Pledge of Allegiance, and then see dual class of citizenship in the nation. But I'm not here to preach today. You asked me about what I thought about Atlanta. I thought this was no George Floyd case here for sure. But I've noticed now, hey, Monkey Boy, I've noticed now that CNN, The Guardian, the Daily Mail, a lot of these liberal papers, the Washington Post, they're really starting to cherry pick around the country on a daily basis. They're fighting to get these cop killings that occur, not cop, but killings that occur around the nation. To I can tell, kind of tell they're sort of feeding the flames here a little bit. Hey, just a NorCal dude, how are you? That concerns me a little bit. There doesn't seem to be any wish on the part of, uh, I watch the Democracy Now with Amy Goodman and some of that. I watch as much left stuff as I do right stuff so that I can say balance. What do you think about them taking away trans rights from Obamacare? I haven't really delved into that too much. Hey D, how you doing? Good to see you. Um, but I've made it quite clear the way I felt over the years that I don't think there should be any special carve outs for anybody in America. Okay, I've always had that opinion that because I happen to be trans, I don't have a right to demand special treatment, and I just am a person that believes that I'm no better or worse, entitled to no more or no less rights than anybody else. And when we start passing things to just carve out certain sections of society with special rights and protections, I think we really kind of lose the spirit of America. My thought was, live it. Don't don't you can be a super advocate, but the best way you change hearts and minds is what I believe I do on this channel by not really talking about that issue, but living it on a daily basis so people finally say, oh yeah, I don't really think about that Rosie much anymore. I just come on for the entertainment. She's just another YouTuber on here. And I really get that. I get health care. I buy my health care on a monthly basis, $1,124 a month. Okay, I pay it out of my own pocket. Okay, should be up to individual institutions if they want to provide the services or not. Thank you very much, Cabin Craft. You asked me, that's just my opinion about that. Hi, Jan, how are you? Yeah. Sonny said, hi, Rosie, glad you're not dead. Hey, Juice, I came close, man. I was kind of redlining whether I should make the call or not, and thinking about what a mess I'd leave behind me here. NorCal said, I started with your casino video. Thank you. D and Monkey Boy are on here, and D and Monkey Boy, I did give you guys a shout out for your stream. I did catch some of that on Saturday while I was working away. I thought that was pretty cool. To it, a lot can't afford it and use Obamacare. Well, sassy girl, I can't really afford it, but I pay it. Crafty Kitty, Rose, I saw your video tip where you were de-weeding and mowing. I wish I could move as fast as you did in that video. Yeah, I'm okay. Hey, BB and John. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That surprised me. You guys took a trip up there. So that's definitely on my do list for this summer. When I go to take the August drive to Las Vegas, that'll definitely be a stop. And I'll be really snooping around and really getting some video in that place. That looked really, really, really cool. Bella Grace, how are you? Cabin Craft said it's 3:45 a.m. here and can't sleep. I think I have to redo the. Oh well, okay, well, yeah. Well, good luck, D. I don't know. You better get to bed, man. You got to get up at 3 a.m. to be in line at the at the DMV tomorrow. But I thought that was really cool. I thought that was great, a Monkey Boy to pop you in the car and What was the drive time from? Don't imagine there was much traffic on the road. I wonder. I wonder how long it took you guys to do that drive from Las Vegas to. I don't remember, D, when you and I went down. You were looking at how fast you think you were gone. Yeah, quote from Mr. Incredibles. Grayton opens again. Can't wait. That's our local Native American gaming place here. The Grayton Casino has been closed for a long, long time. I hope. Okay, it was 3.5 hours one way round trip. Y'all, you too, Sugar Cane. Have yourself a good night. Um, no, Cheryl S hasn't shown up. I still feel itchy all over today. It's crazy. Sugarcane, much love to you. Hope your mom's doing well. Yeah, so I'm kind of recovered. Thank you, BB and John. I appreciate. It. Wow, Goldfield's really that far from. It seemed to me we hit Tonopah and then we hit Goldfield, and then it was still another 3.5 hours. Wow, geez. Okay, so we're talking about 175 miles or so on there. So that was a pretty good haul. Have you ever visited Ireland? No, I have not. I would like to. Some of my roots are in Galway Bay, down in the southern part of Ireland there. So yeah, that was a good stream. But as far as the protests are concerned, since I was asked about that, I just feel like we've now reached the point where people are getting invested. They're starting to get conditioned. Hi, Cheryl. They're starting to get conditioned uh, to do this on a daily basis. It went down for a while. Now it seems to be rising, and anything that happens is going to be open for controversy and interpretation. So I have a lot of fear about the morale of police departments these days in a lot of the United States, and I think it's going to be a trend like happened in I think Miami. Their sharpshooters or whatever, that group, the tactical response, those 7 of those guys quit. The police chief of Atlanta resigned. I think she just didn't want to. I just think she didn't want to deal with it. As we're speaking right now, hey Craig, how you doing? As we're speaking now, they've blocked traffic on the Bay Bridge between Oakland and San Francisco. They've blocked the upper deck going into San Francisco. Last I saw, somebody can check on ABC 7 out of San Francisco. They're covering that. They blocked all the lanes in. So we're reached this point where I hate to say this. Hi, Angus. Yeah, I'm all itchy. Still got some welts and stuff on me today, Craig. I must have gotten a bush or something. I kind of get the sense that I think I finally figured out the president's strategy now, which was let things kind of play out, let things kind of overplay, and then you'll start to get this pushback. And when the voice of pushback gets loud enough, then that will be the okay to just forcibly, I think, try to put an end to some of this stuff. And let's say there's 300 million Americans there, and 1 million in total of protests, 1 out of every 300 people. So Seattle is a mess, Missy Jen. It sure as heck is up there. I just think you laugh about strategy, but I can already tell there's counter protests or support. There was a boat parade or something. There was they're starting to have some counter demonstrations now in support of just police, which is Blue Lives Matter and things like that. So there's a little bit of pushback developing here. I just hope that the two groups don't, you know, clash in the middle. Clash in the middle there. That would really suck. 947 in the in the Midwest. So I think police are now. I wonder if it makes police more apt to be at risk now with body cams and things like that. If they're uh, comfortable taking a higher degree of risk. Eddie, thank you very much. Coming at you from Love's Truck Stop, Coates 9100. Nice to see you, Gerald. Hope you're doing okay. Hey, Eddie, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. Uh, Golden State said the Confederacy is dead. I'm going to beg to differ with you, Golden State. I'm going to say to a point it will be, but I'm not one that believes that tearing down statuary, things like that, changes hearts. Okay. I believe we lose teaching moments of history to be able to explain what this guy was about and what the Civil War was about and why this guy was famous and the lost cause and things like that. And you know, I hate to say it, but a lot of these protests and things, these are the things that stir up the embers of radical backlash and things like that. So I'm not quite so sure about that. Hi, Bobby. How are you? um, yeah, I don't think you know, people don't want to be told. The state of Mississippi has, of course, the Confederate flag, the stars and bars incorporated as their state flag. And I mean, you can push so hard, and then you get to start a counter pushback because people have feelings of pride and not actually you know, in war, but just pride to be Southerners and things like that. They took the statues of Lenin down in Russia. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yeah, but they left the war heroes up there. You know, Zhukov and other ones still stand proud in Russia. Sandy says my heart is very happy that these statues are taken down. So you're gonna find things on both sides of it. I just think uh, you know, we can't. History's lived at the time. It's not live with hindsight. Okay, it's a contemporary piece like the statue of Robert E. Lee that went up in Richmond, and of course Richmond was the capital of Confederacy. And that statue had stood for 130 years in that place. And Robert E. Lee was charged with the task of, you know, the lost cause. And he was a person that did his very best and ably as a general. He would tell you it was a fight for states' rights and the right of states to self-determination and to decide their own entry or exit into the union. And he was a guy that went on to Washington College in Lexington, and was such a great did so much to get that college back on its feet again that they named it Washington and Lee. Down there, watch your video and decook steaks. They looked amazing. Yeah, he did a good job. He did a good job on that. He kills it he kills it in the kitchen. That's for sure. So, but I do understand, Sandy, where you could feel grateful that things like that, that imagery has gone. I don't think people necessarily celebrate that as much as it was just a period piece, and you know, we go back to Columbus, and pretty soon we'll be gone. We'll be like the Iraqis and the Taliban, destroying all of our cultural history and everything. So that's my only point on that. About that is, that is what you want to vest that in my opinion, what you want it to be. So that's the way I feel like that. But now I'm just worried that Cornholios, Cornholios like the bad guys, the Clanton gang riding into town, riding into riding into town now, down in Texas, Arizona. We're starting to spike locally here every day. I've been watching the percentages for months of the daily rise. It was always like 1, 2, 3, down to 2, 1%, 2, 3, and for the first day ever today, I saw that go up to 4% cases rising here. So I don't know. I have a feeling in my bones, call it the old broad's intuition, that the balance of June, July, and August are going to be pretty wild. Okay, they're going to be pretty wild. The moment you forget history is the moment you're bound to repeat it. Do you think sometime in the future you and Dee are going to do some live streaming? Yes, we wanted to end up in LA down there when we get on the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway. Seems like a really good choice these days to be where the cool breezes blow. I've punched my ticket on protests and covering protests for a while now. I've kind of had my fill of that. I need something to just downshift and relax a little bit and do breaking some new content on here. So I'm looking forward to doing that, Gerald. We will arrive in LA, take the pulse to this city. Dee's never really been in Los Angeles, so the pulse of downtown and Chinatown. Of course, we'll go down to Compton and get the whole balance, Skid Row. People always say, "Oh, I want Beverly Hills or Rodeo Drive," but you put those videos up and it bores the pants off of people to drive down a street lined with palm trees and just looking at fancy houses. Trust me, people are a lot more interested in what it looks like in scruffy areas. And if you haven't seen it on my Rosie Murphy channel, one of my drone videos, Missy, Jen, and I actually went to Watts, which was the scene of riots and stuff, very pronounced riots in the 60s, and a lot of unrest. And I actually flew the drone. They have these this one mason built these towers called the Watts Towers, and I had a run-in with the park officer, really teeny tiny park, and he wanted to be very controlling. So I had to fly the drone around the exterior, but you can really enjoy, just put Watts into the WATTS and you can see the video. Oh, Chef. Hey, Brandon. Chef says, I figured you would be broadcasting live from the inner loop of Atlanta tonight. I don't know what to tell you about that, Chef. That baby could turn on a dime. I noticed quite a few black protesters now are worried that their message is being co-opted and hijacked by other messages now, and they're starting to push back against that. So I'm not sure I want to be around on it. National debt is going to $3 trillion in 3 months, and it's been actually bankrupt in this country quick. Yeah, I'm going to be putting something that's up this week on the Murphy channel. But Brandon, I'm going to pretend you are Secretary of the Treasury, Steve Mnuchin. I have Chief Economic Advisor, Larry Kudlow. I've got the President of the United States there. Okay, I got 2 or 3 big shot business leaders. I sit you guys down at the table, Brandon. And Brandon, let's say he's the head of Brandon Incorporated, a hundreds of billions of dollars of market cap. And I say, Brandon stands up, Mr. President, we have put $3 trillion of debt on this turkey in the last 3 months. we're bankrupting this nation. And if I'm the president, I'm gonna say, Brandon, my friend, I hear you, but I would like you to suggest an alternative. Nobody's prepared to go through 1930 to 1933 when government intervention was non-existent in our lives. Okay, there was no unemployment, there was no system of welfare, there was no pensions or anything like that. People rode through that baby on the skin of their hiney's. Okay, now that's one alternative that you could throw at, is cut all government spending and let people coast through on their high knees through that, and devil may care. But see, the problem is the government has built this problem since the 1930s by creating a de facto welfare state that's now going to be impossible to pull back to that position. You should be the lady president. Yeah, I don't think so. You couldn't pay me to sit in that seat right now. Couldn't pay me. Thank you, cute kitty. That's sweet. So that's kind of the way I feel about things. We're between the proverbial rock and the hard place. And I guess this Treasury Secretary said, Mr. Brandon, interest rates are so low now. They're telling me that we have an infinite capacity to borrow and print money. We have such a gaping hole in the economy right now. Think of a hot air balloon that has a huge hole in the side. We're going down and gaining speed on the downside. And we're throwing a little bit of, Scotch tape over top of it. It may hold or it may not. And, what's the alternative? The Treasury Secretary could keep pumping that hot air in. Keep pumping that hot air in. So that's the problem we have, that you have people that think there's just an infinite capacity as long as rates are low. Print whatever you need, borrow whatever you need, liquidate people's shitty loans, and all that kind of stuff. So it's like the ultimate final. It's like I said, it's like Texas Hold'em, baby. We're at the final table of the World Series of Poker, right? And here's Johnny Chan. You came in with your bet on the flop. The 3 cards came over. You like them. You put down $1 million bet, and here comes Johnny Chan, and he says, I'm going to raise you. I'm all in. And he puts 15 million on the table and chips to your 1 million. Well, that's a big, that's what we got on now. We're all in. The Federal Reserve and Treasury have pushed all in on this baby. Good night, monkey boy. Be safe, okay? Take care. Good to see you. Yeah, thumbs up would be very appreciated tonight. I heard on the radio when I was driving that they were talking about the unemployment much higher. There's a little finagling. Do you count people that have given up work as unemployed? People that are on declared temporary furlough. It's all whatever way you dice it up. I have noticed the latest trend is an increasing number of restaurants that will not be reopening. One of the most Missy Jens and my favorite here in Santa Rosa, Bruno's on 4th Street, is closing. Hi, Noreen. JJ says conservatives are not so conservative. It was tax and bar. Well, JJ, every president's inherited it since, Lyndon Johnson with the Great Society, and then Nixon with the, trying to wind down the war in Vietnam, and, this motion of government intervention, and really kicked off in 1933 with the election of Roosevelt in 1932. People expect government to be everything, so we've never had a chance to really clear out the rotten wood in the economy. So we have a crappy old building here that's starting to fall down. What do you think of stimulus checks? Bean Sprout is my advice, honey, is whenever somebody wants to give you something for free, just make sure there's no strings attached and just say thank you very much. May I have another on there? No, Bella Grace, it's I could never do that. Credit card lower. Yeah, they're lowering credit lines, credit card companies. Wells Fargo is pulled out of the auto underwriting financing for autos. They're starting to pull back. There's a lot of little subtle things that are going on. So that's what I say, Bean Sprout. Man, if somebody wants to put money in your hand, yeah, there's a lot that we don't know. That's right. So, um, you know, all I can say to Robert Wilbur is that we're at the parabolic part of the jet curve now, where we're just skyrocketing up for the final boom. And then I guess if you're a real pessimist, you think the dollar just implodes and that's it, and kaboom. Yeah, more please. Yeah, yeah. Chuck E. Cheese is a Corona pit. Yeah, Super Cereal says, thank goodness. I don't know anyone very lucky. Hi, Mouse Toes. I know I adored that pizza a few times in my life. Put your stimulus check in the bank and let it sit there. That's about what I ended up doing. I put it towards paying my van off, which will be great to have that. Great to have that lifted off of my back in the next few months. That'll be good. So yeah, so we don't know what's going to happen. If I had to guess, uh, we're going to have protests to the point that violence and reaction begins to be the point, which is going to further stiffen up the resolve and the professional agitators. And I hate to say it, I think some cities are going to have some burning. And I think it's going to ultimately have to be martial law. I still think that the market ultimately is going to take a steep and prolonged dive. So buckle up. Buckle up. Yeah, that's good, Bean Sprout. You got it in savings. That's it. So the only poll people. I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese. I used to wear. Oh, the rat costume. Yeah, Super Cereal. That's cool. That was my most admired character at Chuck E. Cheese. It was a hellacious looking rat. Yeah, Chef. Thank God Chuck E. Cheese started to sell beer. It almost made it tolerable for the parent. Hey, how you doing, Cobra John? Says stimulus check paid for front struts on my truck. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's all funny money, Ted K. It's all it's the money game is coming to an end. That's why gold and silver are holding their own in all of this melee. Yeah, burnt to dang Wendy's. What did poor Frosty ever do to anybody? Exactly. Yeah, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. That's my prediction. Yeah, but kids love that Chuck E. Cheese, and it also became a convenient place to have a relatively cheap birthday party, and they'd have the show, and half the shit wouldn't even work. It would be like like it was having an attack on stage. you know, like, Mom, what's wrong with the rat? I don't know, but we better move back a couple seats here. I'd use my credit card a bit more this winter than the pan. I plan to have it caught up. Okay, Libra. Have you ever been to the Adirondack Mountains? I've been through. I've gone up 81, one of the most beautiful rides in America, up through upstate New York on 81. It's beautiful. You got Franklin D. Roosevelt's home there, Hyde Park. I would refer you to Jan Adams. Did a wonderful video on on the president's home there at Hyde Park. The Ausable Chasm, the beautiful Saratoga Springs. It's delightful. Do you think they will have stay-at-home orders again? I think Bean Sprout, they won't dare issue them. More compliant places may obey, but I think people are going to say to hell, no, we're not doing that again. They're just, and you don't want to issue an order and have mass disobedience to it. So, Secret Society Freemason chief of police, one of the USA biggest problems. Secret Society is repugnant. Do you think we'll have to? So I don't think that that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to go through it. Hey Andre, greetings from Brazil. I hope you're staying safe down there, man. Brazil's like bueno caliente, man. It's good and hot down there right now. Let's see. Being child, I'm not going to be locked down again. It's just like that. 67, they had riots with burning and shut down. Yeah, I was in 68 in Baltimore. I was 10 years old. I remember vividly the 17th Airborne marching into Baltimore City. And that was the first time I ever saw mounted police just going to town with long clubs and just cracking skulls on the street right there. Looking at that, I'm like, no wonder I turned out like I did. Right? That was all that. That was all that crazy. I'm gonna grab a beer that I didn't drink last night. I'll be right back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Been my like more than house, and what's going to really be bad is if it didn't end up being worth it anyway. We all know herd immunity or vaccine is the only way to do that. Yeah, I always say, guys, let your vote do the talking. Why clog up people with people who think it's make believe? Oh, I know it's the real deal. I know if it's the real deal, but I just don't know if you could take an economy that was built in. I don't know. I don't know how to put this, guys. So intricate is the American economy. A lot of economies, starting with Laos, and, Guyana, and other. They're agricultural based. Then you get up to rough industry, and then you get up into manufacturing. Then you get up into the technical and scientific. Then you get up into the services. That takes a long time to put all those building blocks in place, right? And now you come along and, well, Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and we kind of pushed him off. Now we may not get all the bricks into the proper, it's going to take a long time to build up that wall again. I got a lot of trips planned, Cabin Craft. The first one will be down the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway. In the interim, I may pop out and go down this week to, depends what the allergies. Man, I may go down to Point Reyes stations. That's like my touchstone of sanity when I go down there. I really center myself. It's my therapy. It's such a cool little town. And we could do some outdoor cooking and do a little bit of a streaming down there. Hey, JC, Ernie and Snow Bear, nice to see you. They're supposed to be June 21st, but I think they're going to keep the border closed. Yeah, restaurants still struggling to get full supply orders. It's supposed to kill someone in nearly every other house or so. Hey, Valerie, how you doing? Yeah, for sure. If it was open, Cheryl would already be. Cheryl, they were on here early telling me Golden State said make sure to go to Italy, and I definitely will. Next town and down in Vegas, and I'll do a video in there. That looked like a great place to. I love Italian food. I love Chinese food, Italian food, and that looked like a great place to go into there. Even though Joe Biden pain, I just say let your vote do the talk. Let me hear about the book written in Russian time, traveling Baron Trump and Helper Don. So I don't know, Scott Clark. There's so much weird stuff coming out of the woodwork of people that people that ran talk shows. Yeah, I remember. Didn't somebody come on 10 years ago and say something would happen? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go dig it out. See if what was the guy's name? I don't know. It was 10 years ago. Well, now you got a project today. Go find out. That guy said something bad was going to happen. Like really? Holy crap! Yeah, 9 weeks. Andrew Scott, there you are. I'm glad to catch you at last. How you doing, my friend? 2 pounds from Andrew Scott over in the great United Kingdom there. Andrew, I hope you're doing well and things calm down in your neck of the woods at your hotel. We are applying for a place to live. Hopefully, the next month we won't be homeless anymore. Oh, I hope it goes okay for you, JC. I really hope that you're able to secure that. That would be fantastic. If that doesn't work out, there's always the rancho, right? Thank you, Andrew Scott. Much appreciated. Glad to catch you at last. I have tears in my damn Facebook. There you go, Cheryl. Hey, hi, Watch. How you doing? I knew Cheryl's like biting the foam out of the armchair covers at home down there. Cheryl's going to be triple masked up, sanitizers. She'll be like a 6-shooter in the Wild West. Don't come near me. Move away. No. Don't sit there, please. Are you kidding? And all that. That's exactly what Cheryl will be. Keep missing you. I haven't done a lot of lives. I told you guys a month and a half ago my number of lives would come down gradually, and I would be focusing more on video content, which is more in keeping with the travel theme, and then of course Cornholio hit. So that went kind of crazy. I'm not a wine drinker, but I do love Italian food. I saw the video of you allergy and was like, has she done that? I'm still itching, guys. I got welts here. I can feel them. It's crazy from allergic reaction. It must have been something that I pulled up. Yeah, if you're new to the stream and enjoying, give me a thumbs up. I don't go that live that often anymore, so I'm glad to see everybody tonight. Yeah, I can see Cheryl's like, get the hell out of my bubble. Cheryl, you need to put one of those radial skirts around, right? That maintains like a socially distance between you, and you can fold down one side temporarily if you want to sit at a slot machine. Then when you get up, you lift it up again. You look like the planet Saturn floating around the floor there. You really think I'm losing weight? I don't know. Nice of you to say, though. I think I put on 5 during the pandemic pounds here. But Angus, I'm feeling good. I thought I was going to have to go into the hospital last night. Oh, Cheryl's like, I get looks that kill. I got looks that kill. They will move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Drink plenty of water to flush out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they already put away the 6-foot distance. Oh, well, now we're 3 feet? Oh, okay. I'm going to open the door. It's getting a little stuffy in here tonight. Oh. Let a little R in. We open the front door. Oh, Oklahoma, where the winds come sweeping down the plain. Do 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 do. La 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 la. All right. Yeah, you work and you work hard. I don't really eat that much. I try to have like a English muffin or a bagel or a couple blueberry muffins for breakfast, and then I generally don't eat until dinner time, about 5 o'clock. So, um, very, very low carb, having just had spaghetti tonight, right? Having just had a plate of spaghetti tonight, low carb. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't really eat that much. All right. That was a mood breaker. Well, I think you're going to the Jamie. I had been in Vegas for a while, and I came back, and I hadn't really been exposed. I had the doors closed the days I'm doing my laundry and getting the place cleaned up here. And I went out yesterday. I spent hours outside. We have very high grass pollen right now, and I thought that the season was mostly over. I left for Vegas. I put all my stuff away, my allergy stuff, and then I couldn't find it. But yesterday, then I cut the grass. I had out that flying and dust, and man, I was gonna come on last night. I went up to the store. I got beer, made my dinner, chicken and glazed carrots, and then boom, just suddenly hit me. I was so itchy, sneezing. My eyes looked red like the queen of cornholio, and I found myself starting to get welts from just an anaphylactic reaction to that. And then I started like wheezing, and it was difficult getting my breath. You look like you should be on American Gladiators. Yeah. Yeah, all the particles flying around. That was it. Jay Holly, how you doing tonight? Oh man. So it got so bad, I really scrambled around for the medicine. Then I just sat there. Okay, calm, center, flipped on G mangoes. They're going crazy over there, right? That refired me a little bit. And then I suddenly remembered, bing, where I stuffed my medicines away. And I got my Claritin, generic, popped that. Within about a half hour after a hot shower, I felt good. I crawled into bed, watched a couple little videos, and then just passed out. Yeah, it's like a dust storm here, Craig, because it doesn't rain, right? It won't rain until December, so that's why we have such terrible fires here. So everything turns to dust. Everything turns. Allergies are. I'm feeling a lot better today, Kevin, because I popped a Claritin this morning, and then I popped the second one about 5 p.m. Tonight. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right, Scott. Yeah, it takes a lot to put me down. I told you guys I'm going to write that note when they find me, the EMT. I'll just have written G, thanks G, on, on my death note. And for the next 40 years, they'll try to figure out what did that mean? Thanks G. I just, I always look forward if I can get through May and June, then I'm okay. Oh, you need to go to Oregon. That probably makes it worse. I'm in a very lush green county with a lot of wild grasses. Sonoma County's one of the 10 worst places in the country for grass pollen. Yeah, that's a good idea. Count is high here, not good for hay fever. And I got grass pollen, which is lucky me, one of the most abundant things on earth. Water, dirt, grass. Yeah, yeah, I'm allergic to grass pollen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hey, does anybody know if they still have the Oakland San Francisco Bay Bridge blocked now? They were all jacked up on that a couple hours ago. If you look at ABC 7 out of San Francisco, they still might be up there. Eating enough for you and me. Good. Well, that's nature's reaction, to stress It makes a lot of sense when you think about it, right? Like in the Middle Ages when the plague is raging, well, you just want to stuff yourself on bread and ale and meats and right. Get a little extra meat on you, so when you go through the gates of hell, you might come out on the other side there. I'm allergic to mountains, so being the oh yeah, I hear you, chef. Yeah, okay. The police are responding right now. A trip from Elkhart, Indiana, back. It's 838 miles, $220 in fuel cap. My tank will be full once I get back. That's cool. It's 612 miles for me between Vegas and Santa Rosa here on the Rancho. But damn, the last time seemed so fast coming home. So fast. Oh, your grandfather, my father always took Michigan in August to get me away from hay fever. Go there in the pine trees. Set me off. Great. Oh, they're painting BLM on the road. Okay. Yeah. All right. Man, oh man. The paint, the only happy people these days are the paint manufacturers, right? Do they still sell Lyrica? I'm not sure. I've always had great results with Claritin and Nasonex, the generic spray, and the generic Claritidine. First year I moved here, I thought I was going to be hospitalized. It was so bad. Look up magnesium. Oh yeah, you got to take magnesium. I used to have terrible cramps in 2013, 14. Terrible. Then I saw a video on YouTube by Dr. Napoli, and he said, you know what? I'm going to explain sudden death heart attacks that nobody's ever told you before. A heart attack is really a spastic contraction of the heart muscle, right? It's the biggest muscle in the body. And he said 80% of Americans are deficient in magnesium. And when you don't have enough magnesium, muscle control is affected. And this may go a long way to explaining why you have sudden death heart attacks and things like that. Man, I got in the car because I had terrible cramps that would hit in the night. I went and got some magnesium capsules. I started taking one every day. And within 5 days, I've really, in 5 years, maybe had two bad muscle cramps since then, and I attribute it all to magnesium. I'm good, Andrew Scott. I got that Claritin, works well for me. Hey, Cindy, how you doing, sweetie? I'm all good. No hay fever problems since. Wow. Yeah, Super Cereal says I have a bigger muscle. Would that be your brain? I don't know. I take a magnesium every day, one of the big 800 milligrammers, and that has really improved the quality of my life. I take a little vitamin E capsule, a little gel one, and those two with also a calcium, vitamin D calcium. So, yep, yep, yep. I don't need my bones snapping, right? Hey, Carla. Don't need my damn. Oh man, I'm telling you, Bella Grace. I'm telling you, you will thank me next week. My friend Vicky Victoria on here. I told her years ago she had the same problem. I said, honey, try the magnesium. She it worked for me. She took it and said it turned her life around. I suggest that you get some. Suggest that you get some magnesium capsules and pop them. D was in here earlier, Coach. He's probably preparing to go to the DMV. Opens in Nevada tomorrow, so it's probably going to be all cocked up tomorrow. It's going to be crazy in there. So I'm looking forward to an allergy. Yeah, I like it when allergy season's gone. Yeah. Start eating food and looking to get some magnesium supplements. You'll thank me next week, honey. You will be cramp free. I had that misery. It actually started to affect me in daylight, and I thought when I watched Dr. Napoli on Napoli on YouTube, saw his video, it scared the hell out of me. I don't need to, have a sudden heart attack, the biggest muscle in the body. And there we go. Bananas are full of potassium. Yeah, so yeah. Make sure that you do that, Bella Grace. It turned my life around. Turned my life around. Oh, thank you, Carla. Says the garden looks good. I got every freaking little bastard weed. I'm out there like tonight just with a microscope. Don't you dare, you little mofos, come back. Don't you dare. Oh, yeah, thank you, Andy. You like to put a little bit of a fun video twist when you do. It's not the most exciting thing for people to watch gardening, but a lot of people are very interested in what goes on the rancho here. So it's really that magnesium that'll do the trick for you, though. That's the real deal. Eat more banana splits. Yeah. Yeah, definitely get that magnesium first, Bella Grace. I'm telling you, your body's screaming for magnesium, honey. I went down that same miserable friggin' road. It got so bad, the back of my calves, I would collapse and have electric shocks like coming up my calf muscles. It was bad. Hey, Jero, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Suck the big one. Terrible. Make damn sure that you get that magnesium. Do that first before you do anything else, and boom, 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 boom. Yes, it will, Kevin. I had them terrible at night. My foot would be cramped, and I'm thinking, God, how much more can it tighten? And it's like, is it gonna break it? You know? Then I'd be walking Wolfie, my dog, years ago, and oh damn, I'd have to stop and drop to my butt, and then I couldn't get up again. A couple days, I'm gonna have to call Missy Jen, come get me. Finally, I started exploring that. Now, I saw that video and it turned my life around. I've had maybe two cramps in 5 years since then. Did you finish your bathroom episode 5 years ago? What is that? The bathroom was done in September of 2000 and September of 2014. Marble leg cramp. Get the magnesium, Scottish. Y'all, you know what y'all do? You'll all come in next week and say, man, my leg cramps are gone. It's unbelievable. It's like a miracle. So every friggin' day on the road, on the rancho, that one magnesium pill, 800 milligrams in the morning, kaboom! It'll draw from your bones. That's right, Libra. If you don't get enough vitamin D, your body will get it from your bones, calcium and all that. Definitely try that 100%. Well, that's it too, Bella Grace. Take a vitamin D and take a magnesium. It'll be a catalyst for the vitamin D. Okay? Most people are low on vitamin D. They think, oh, I'm out in the sun or whatever. It's not. Yeah, Scottish, buy some tomorrow, honey. It's not that expensive. It's like 11 or 12 bucks for, I don't know, 100 or so capsules, so it's good. No, I'm telling you, Kevin, it's just you get to a certain age, you're not getting enough magnesium that you need to prevent that. And you don't want to have a sudden death heart attack, okay? Rosie, your stock and magnesium is going to go through the roof. Yeah, along with weapons, right? Right, Juice? You get a song called Them Bones Need Calcium. We had the leg bones connected to the thigh bone is connected to the ankle bone's connected to the toe bone. Yeah, CVS usually has 2 for 1, something like that. But definitely get that magnesium. Definitely get that magnesium, and you will not have to think it. Bella Grace, you will come in a couple days and tell me, my God, man, my quality of life has been restored. Finally, something useful out of the Rosie O'Kelly channel. So help me God, I'll never be cramped again. Do 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 do. Oh, I'm not supposed to say Gone with the Wind anymore. Oh my God, sorry. Strike that. I'm not allowed to say Gone with the Wind was the greatest movie ever made. So I don't know. Oh man. That leg bone connected to the thigh bone connected to the ankle bone connected to the toe bone. That's it. Okay, Gimbal, I didn't remember. Scaled. Yeah, there was a dance. It was the, yeah, I think it's called Them Bones. I think that's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. Be like, thank God I finally got something decent. All these years I've traveled with Rosie, all of her bullshit and all of her street streams and goofy crap and meeting people and restaurant reviews and means finally something useful made it all worthwhile. Mike Taylor answer just recently found fossilized bones of people 40 feet tall and have a check out. That's pretty cool, Scott. Do 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 do. Yeah, get your copy of Gone with the Wind, A Tale of the South by Margaret Mitchell. Yeah. I guess that's equivalent to pulling down a statue when we start to bury our heritage, our line a line through history here. That's it. Start with the magnesium first. For me, it was fast, it was effective, and cramps were a thing of the friggin' past. Do you think someone would bring me some cows or something right now? Forget about the cow. Just get the magnesium first and the vitamin D. Get those two in conjunction. Would they bring it right now? I tend to doubt it, Bella Rose. Yeah, I hear you, Missy. I just can't think that somebody's going to bring it to you right now. So, but if you can make it through tonight, there might be a 24-hour pharmacy. Though no pharmacies are 24 hours here anymore. Oh, okay, Andrew. So we're doing our sanitizing and we're erasing our past here, similar to what ISIS and the Taliban do in terms of destroying their heritage there. Where is there the new replace? We don't really know, Carla. We don't really know. Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, you better buy your Confederate flags before they're gone, huh? Ooh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times, they were not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Ooh, ooh, hurrah, hurrah, do 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 do, la da 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 do 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 do. Now gather round, boys, I'll tell you a tale. Da 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 da, the Bonnie Blue Flag. Hurrah, hurrah. Said, hello, Janet Fields. New Homer fan won't be allowed to carry firearms. That's it. Yeah, just be careful, Bella Grace. Don't start interacting a lot of different things. If you can tough it out till tomorrow, if you can get to a pharmacy or get something delivered to you, then you'll be all set, honey. Just don't go nuts. Black World replace Robert E. Lee. Yeah, I don't, Carl. That's local stuff. What people do. I look at things as a historian and a keeper of the flame of the history of the United States. And when we start removing sections of that history, we're going down a slippery slope there. Keep an eye on the Statue of Liberty. Make sure she's safe. Exactly. I heard a rumor on chat here. Transitioning to dive. I don't even know what dive. What is that? Oh, D Live. No, I'm. Hi, Francis. Good to see you. Nice to see you, honey. I hope you're doing well. Staying safe. Yeah, Miss Cab over there. No, I've not gone over to D Live. I've just decided, Francis, that there's just two platforms that I want to be on, and I've been on YouTube so far so long that I just want to stay focused on this platform for better or worse. I've clawed and scraped to stay on it. It's been good the last couple of years, and I'm also on Instagram, and I kind of looked at it a little bit, but I just decided to stay here, honey. Oh, thank you, Francis. I hope you're doing well. There's a good channel to check out, Francis Urban Spirit Vlogs, if you're into the supernatural and things like that. Jamie says, I don't get why people want to whitewash and it's sad that things get destroyed, because that's the simpleton. That's like the simplistic answer to how to make things right. You remove it out of the history and everything's all good. Then you lose your whole thread of why this happened and how did that come about or who were these, but you lose your teaching points in that. So, oh, I never have to worry. But well, Bill Ellis, I'm at times very overexposed. That's it. Yeah, there you go, Andrew. I'm glad to catch up with you. I hope everything's okay. Remember, uh, his hotel got ransacked early on in the shutdown there. There you go, Andrew. One used kidney stone, one even crushed it, ended up in the hospital. Where these, yeah, that's nothing worse. I'll tell you, that pain of a kidney stone, Molly, it's like an electric shock through your kidney. It's hellish. Holy native, I don't see anyone rushing to remove that. It's all about race and joint in the world. What you do, Juice, is you put up additional monuments that can become new teaching moments in the thread. You add additional people to Mount Rushmore, and more figures. You expand the history. You don't contract it. Okay, Cabin Craft, that's great. Sorry, Bruce, you got taken out before I could even read your message. No joke when it gets to your heart, 'cause they were pumping it. Yeah, that's right. There's some people on one Mount Rushmore altar. Well, it would make sense to me. If that's the spirit of the nation, to make a next level of people, or destroy another mountain to put that up. It's getting better. My mom had. Oh yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Andrew. You got to get on with things. That's right. I mean, that's a real Scot, You kick ass and take names, right? All right, the hotel's opening July 15th, so that's good. Still get these one or two ridiculous trolls that think that they get traction in this channel. It's funny as hell. Yeah, I would love to see some snowflakes out of. Don't give him any ideas, Chef. You'll get some nutballs with some C4 go up there and put 100 wired charges in 100 different places up there, and some dope will push the button or something, and more destruction for the sake of what? You know. Yeah, no room on Mount Rushmore. The rocks are not stable. Well, you get another man. Don't they have a Geronimo or whoever? They had Sitting Bull. They got that huge monument that that huge monument. It's been unfolding over, I don't know, 50 years. Still alive being protested. Oh man, Kennedy's alive. Jeez. I'll get yeah, Bella Grace, get that magnesium. Get some vitamin D capsules, 800 milligram capsules of each. Pop one almost instantaneously within 8 to 12 hours. That magnesium started to be absorbed, and I kissed cramps goodbye. They destroyed my quality of life, and I couldn't take it anymore. Sherry, I still got plenty of blueberry muffins. I throw them into the freezer, and then when I want to get them, I pull them out. I try to vary between, like, I had some bagels, blueberry bagels. I had a bagel this morning, and other morning I might have like an English muffin, and then I'll just rotate around, maybe have cereal or something like that. Cause kidney stone. Yeah, I kind of stay away. I don't drink energy. My first time in Santa Rosa, born right, stuck in the YouTube rabbit hole and watching a good couple of you. I'm freaking hair. I love watching you walk around the town. Oh, thank you, Nikolai. I guess, yeah. I'm well known in the town of Santa Rosa. You should take a K2 with you and then gouging out your body and pull it. I'm good, Brandon. I'm healthy. I got normal blood pressure, no blood issues. The only thing that's a drag is just allergies a couple months a year. Food iron oxalates online that cause kidneys. There's a list of spinach. Okay, yeah. A statue of me made of pure gold with the middle finger up. There you go, Andrew, in typical Scott fashion, right? My advice for the world. Millennials attacking boomers in the chat. There you go. Yeah, well, of course you do too, Brian. You know, that's your contribution to the world today. They get it from Fox. They get brainwashed from Faith. Typical. Can I have some of whatever your God didn't even make sense? You ever notice how many of these trolls are just super illiterate? That can't have zero command of the English language. It's almost like the brain stunted. You know, they come in and try to express themselves and fall all over, trip over themselves. Just very uneducated people. I'm not saying I'm the grammar police, but I do appreciate proper grammar, syntax, sentence structure, punctuation, organization, writing skills, topic sentence, right? I mean, it just does seem to be the common theme is just a certain level of just ignorance, societal ignorance that probably put them in that position to have to strike at anybody that they see that's having a good time is irritant to them. Yeah, there we go, Saren. Well, you know that, Valerie, if you ever looked at any resumes or job applications, you'd be scared out of your skull. There wouldn't be any question in your mind why this nation is in a power dive now. Hey, how you doing, Charlotte? Good to see you. Food with oxalates had the initial cause lead to the formation of kidney stone. You remember before cell phones, people actually used to talk. Yeah, I do. Yep, I sure remember those days. Yep. Now communication, you had a whole industry of just lies and non-factual, non-scientific information, just babble pop up. All right, your syntax is something else. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I've always had good syntax. If it gets hot enough this week, I might go hang out up on the river one afternoon. Uh, I has a BA degree in English. There you go. I done graduated. uh, I mean, just certain things you notice after a certain number of years on YouTube that it just seems to be the lowest element that engages in that activity. Yeah, I'm not. I don't. I've generally steered clear of politics because two things are going to happen. Number one, you're not going to change anybody's opinion on YouTube. Okay, if you're pro Biden, nothing anybody says on here is going to change your mind. If you're pro Trump, nothing anybody here is going to says is going to change your mind. Not possible. And now number two is none of us really has the power to affect the outcome. So knowing those two things, I just have never chose to get involved in political discussions. Just like I'm not going to change people's religion on here, and people are just going to do what they want to do. Yeah, Salad's another low life. Look at the name, Salad Willie. You know, what kind of dipshit puts that kind of name up there? Uh, I think that speaks for itself, huh? I say every day the case is made here. It's just like bingo. Is it Cheryl's birthday? Don't pull that bullshit on me again about Cheryl's birthday. I had that a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you can't change someone's mind. Yeah, so Libra, knowing that, I just when you get a chance, watch Abby Brooks' Duck Claw game video from yesterday. Oh, okay, I will. How's Abby doing? Um, yeah, I mean, if you look at it pragmatically, and I tend to be a very pragmatic person, I put my attention into things that I can actually affect, and I don't think I should waste time. I think you should have been a stand-up comic, Chef. Air Force on shirt. Well, my daughter's actually in the Space Force now, but my good friend Joey D, who is a career Air Force enlisted man, was kind enough to give me this in the hat, so I wear it with pride. I'm very proud of the Air Force. How you doing, Shally? Screaming in the shit kill was way too much. Oh my lord. Uh, we don't know. Akid, go take your ass over to the gaming community. All right. I don't know why they always say the same thing. I'm going to have the pleasure of booting that goof out tonight. There we go. Nobody that's a real person comes on and asks why this was on my recommended list. Ask YouTube. Uh, yeah, there we go, Bella Grace. Did you hear from Ellie and Greg anymore? Did you guys not have on good terms with each other? I I texted Greg about 4 or 5 months ago. I never heard anything, never got a reply from him. As far as Ellie, we kind of went our separate ways in January of 2019 when I decided not to do panel chats anymore and just kind of drifted away and we just when I never had her phone number or anything. I didn't hear from her and I didn't text her, so we just didn't see eye to eye. Oh, thank you, Andrew. I love blue. Yep, I love blue. Yeah, I do have some green. When Irish eyes are smiling, you do do. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen. Do 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 do. Oh, Danny boy. Yeah, I'm getting plenty of sunshine. I remember listening to Dennis Day sing that on the Jack Benny show. What a great singer. You guys never heard of Dennis Day. Great singer. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Mine is blue. Blue's my color. I love blue. All right, take care, Scott Clark. It's always an honor to see you in the chat. I'm glad we got you all straightened out, got you on board again. Sometimes people get kicked out. They might have a moment of just brain fart or type something that just gets you the royal boot. Just write me, drop me a line at I can make it like new at gmail.com and I'll check into that and get things. Send me the direct link to your channel from the address bar above. And we can get that stuff all squared away. Yeah, green is good. Molly McGregor. In Dublin City, where the girls are so pretty, I once met a girl named Molly McGregor. Let us phone in and talk to you, Rosie's talk host. People suggested that before. I'm not sure I really go live that often anymore to really. I mean, what are you going to. Yeah, I guess we could have a call in sometime. Could you imagine the way I get my nuts busted? I just want to say UMFB. Yeah, I'll probably do this week, Sherry. I was so I was gonna try to cook last night, and it just wasn't happening. From bending over that box and that damn lawn, I got so much more work to do around here this week. So much more. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. Yeah, that's it. Here to have fun. Welcome. Yeah, we don't have a lot of tolerance, so yeah, I'm happy the way my channel has been conducted. Put a lot of that nonsense and crapola behind me. Ah. Oh boy. So I hope things go good. Let me just do a quick check here. Do do da da dee 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 la da dee 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 do. 'Cause when Irish shine. La da do 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 do. La dee dee da la da dee dee. I can't really tell if that friggin' incident's still going on out there or not on the anybody know if that crap's still going on in the Bay Bridge over there? He blocked up. Yeah, maybe fire up the grill. Trolling was fun when ET was here. Yeah, just send them on their way. Missy, they fail to understand that their messages never even see the light of chat before they're removed by a moderator or me. They just waste their time. I do Libra. I put a lot less in these days. I'm focused more on field time with and research, cinematography, videography. Sometimes I expand the featuring of the rancho and what's going on here. Now we're in an expansion phase. You guys are going to see more aspects of life here on the rancho until I hit the road. And then it's going to be road videos and travel videos and live streams. So it's going to be good, provided that the world doesn't blow apart. Rosie, the market is closed. Hey, which market? Hey, I'm on it. How are you? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. I got 48 tomato plants now. Oh man. There you go. That sounds good, Jamie. Carl's like I found my yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like Guinness. I'm here to have fun. I'm going here and these really is not fun anymore. Not many places to go anymore. Well, D, maybe a sign of maturity on YouTube. You find your niche, you do that. You explore different genres, like I did with panel hangouts, and you burn out on that. Everybody always does, no matter what they tell you. They all hit the end of the line, and then you evolve into where you want to be, and then you you lose people, and you gain a whole new following of people. Oh, the market's closed. Okay. Actually, the futures are open for tomorrow, so thank you. I'm on it. Um, you got to find your happiness, D. You'll find on the YouTube if you, it's very hard. There's a lot of very strong personalities on YouTube. There's a growing number of, you don't want to say disturbed individuals, but individuals whose gyroscope isn't quite right in life, and they found out YouTube is free and it's a fun place to screw around on here. But eventually you find the zone that you like, and you have to invest in it. They're not going to come running to you. You have to take the time, and it takes time to build. There's no instant, very rare to have an overnight. You build it the way you want to do it. Don't let other people steer your ship and tell you you can't have that person on panel, or tell you who you can have up, or demand to be let up on panel. I never worked my stuff like that. Okay? Your channel, you run it your way. You do the things that make you happy, and I guarantee you'll never have an unhappy day on YouTube. Can the Cukes. Yeah, there we go. Do you ever watch a no cabin craft? If I want to relax, I'll watch old corporation films. I know that sounds stupid, but Jam Handy Organization. Like I'm in looking at old General Electric 1915 corporate video. I find things like, and also studying history. That's my relaxation on here. So, yep, yep, yep. Been listening while my hands are. Oh, thank you, RV Debs. As are you, sweetie. You're always in a better place, right? I'm on it. You got to be self-actualized. You can't let people. If you allow people, a million people will want to run your show. And before you know it, every day will be fights and agony and, well, I can't believe you didn't stand up for me when that person said that, or I can't believe you have this person on panel, or you were friends with that. Just do your own. Everybody always finds that on YouTube. Do your own thing. Uh, ah. Nope, can't ever quit. Relaxing, watching Naked and Afraid. There you go. There's a show I should have been on. Woo! There it is. Justine Jane in the back. Yeah. Yeah, man, too much drama. It's inevitable. YouTube used to be just pure fun. It used to be pure fun. Then Hangouts came along, and they've just progressively destroyed the whole tenor of YouTube. They became a place for uh, fun people to hang out, nice people. They became just people that were bored, people that like to have fun, social people, but it also attracted misfits, society, people with severe problems. And it all just came into the brew, and it just, drinking problems, drug problems, all types, and it's just, you know, I mean, it's You'll never regret just doing your own thing on YouTube. You will never ever regret that. When a naked hubby, oh Shelly, that's cute. Ah, Shelly, that's too cute. Ah, there's the line of the night. There's the line of the night, Shelly. You are priceless, my girl. Yep, we had it all, Juice, until finally I came down. You don't talk crap, you don't get crap on YouTube. You do your own thing, and it just puts you in a place where you don't have to worry about a lot of that kind of stuff. When I get naked, I get real afraid. Yeah. All right, Bella. First thing tomorrow, honey. Get that magnesium, okay? All right. That's what I want you to do tomorrow. Terrible to have leg cramp. Tell my neighbors. They look. They deserve. We say, everybody's beautiful. I mean, Christ, everybody. I remember the boss never said many things that were really, I don't want to say super bright, but he's, when he get all dressed up and stuff like that, and we'd complain, oh, I wish I had this, and then he just said, look, ain't none of us supermodels, okay? Just live your life and enjoy your life. And if you worry all the time about what other people think, the best thing to do in life is get a thick skin. Best thing you can do. Thank you for all. Oh, I love you too, Bella Grace. You take care of that. And then on Tuesday, I want you to come in and tell me, Rosie, I took that magnesium yesterday. It's now 36 hours later. I'm, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, some funny stuff throughout the years I'm on it, but then you reach a point where you lose control of, say, your own chat, and other people begin to think it's their chat, and it's their God-given right to be, it becomes a must-do thing, and that. Life doesn't work like that. People move on. They do different things, and the best decision I ever made was to just go solo. I mean, I've never had a regret about that. Oh, there you go, Molly. Send pics, honey. Yeah, made short ribs in the Instapot last night. Oh my God, they were so good. I had, I bought that 10 pounds of chicken breasts at the restaurant supply store on a tray, and they were good. They're institutional chicken breasts, not these giant mofos. I had a couple of those. They're about that big. I threw a couple of them in a pan. I put some baby carrots in, a little salt, little pepper, and I put some brown sugar over top of little olive oil. Put some brown sugar over top of the baby carrots and glazed them, and uh, they were so good. They were so good. Yeah, you remember Imani. You were there for years and years and years, honey. Years and years, and that's just like things you like to do panel chats. They start out fun, everybody's happy, but as it grows, you start to bring in more people with different mindsets, and then they all reach a peak. Things are going great, lots of people, and then it just starts to turn into shit shows, Jerry Springer shows, and then it's boom. Family relationships suffer, and it's just like boom, becomes very, very costly. I don't get many views. Yeah, you got to see. Yeah, I always recommend Jan and Bruce Adams' videos. She puts a lot of time and dedication into her videos, and she travels friggin' everywhere. Okay, good quality videos, titles, thumbnails, and I don't always comment on everyone, but damn if I don't always watch every one of them, and highly recommend it. She puts a lot of time and effort into that channel. Jan and Bruce Adams Van Adventures. We used to contend for almost everything. Yeah. So I admire her continuing to do travel videos and things. I think that's great. Yeah, I keep hearing about Instapots too. I'm not sure if I want to get one. I'm like, have skillet, will travel. Anything I can do in one skillet meals. It's, you know, I just don't have the counter space for a lot of stuff in here. Shit, I feel like it's a ship's galley when I'm in. I barely got, I barely got room for my boobs in there to turn around. Pulled barbecue chicken tonight. Man, I love chicken. I love chicken, beef, and pork. I need a really nice steak. That's what I need. I don't want to. I want to get a steak. I want a sit down steak at a restaurant. I want a nice big sit down steak. I'm gonna get the 72-ounce Big Texan, baby. Are you gonna try to do the Texas Challenge? No, man. Just bring the damn steak. I'll give you the 72 mofo dollars. Now get out of my face. Yeah, of course you do, Chef. You know that. I mean, it's time at the wheel. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I still need the upper cabinets. I do. I'm on it, but I really do need them. But I just don't want to fill it all up. Plus, I lose my little bit of counter space I got down there. Now I got a cabinet in front of my head. So, uh, yeah, beef is it's so disheartening, man. It's like, I hope stuff gets better on here. The beef is crazy. It's Lulu. I don't know, Noah. What are you? So I don't know. Beef is really crazy right now. Crazy. I just started reading about leaky gun. Just again, yeah. Running out of space. And glad you're getting. Yeah, she's good quality stuff. I mean, over time, her views will build and build and build. Bone in ribeye. Ribeye. Ah. Ribeye, yeah, ribeye. Yeah, you don't have to worry about what gender I am. Just look down and see if you got a set of them, okay? I can have find beef. It's everywhere here. Not here, Golden State. We're in a pretty low flying area right here. You can find the beef, but it's expensive as all get out down here. Expensive as all get out. Love my ring eyes. Medium rare with Texas toast and baked tater. I like it with basically any vegetable. Yeah, baked potato is good. Yeah, I like a good aged ribeye. Just on flame it on top of the grill, real good. Just sit that son bitch down on the plate and yeah. Hey Jody, how are you? I'm feeling about 80% better today. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. It was a nightmare. Yeah, ribeyes, I think the best. Porterhouse is good. It's almost like a two-meal steak, right? Porterhouse is just, it's a big one. That's a big one. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna get some extra rest tonight. It's gonna be back on it tomorrow. I need to take a break from the landscaping. I'm gonna start moving into the garage tomorrow. I need to got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of crap left from the van build that's in there. I want to get rid of. I got to sort through a lot of hardware and stuff, so it's gonna be a couple days slog through that. So I want to thank you guys for being on. Lisa Yarborough, nice to see you. Sorry I'm heading out, honey. I would love to spend time with you, Lisa. I'm on it, an honor to see you in here tonight. Great, great, great chatter. Charlotte, thank you. I know, Mark. I'm just going to get some extra rest tonight. I didn't sleep too well last night, so I'm kind of catching up with me. But thank you very much, everybody, for being on. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please take a moment to do so. And you all have a wonderful night. And to my moderators, thank you as usual for the outstanding job that you guys do. The real gears of the operation on any chat stream. Thank you, everybody.